Welcome to The Innovators. Each week, we're serving up real talk with badass women who are dishing out the truth. No BS here, no crap, just raw, honest conversations and stories and lessons to empower the next generation of trailblazing women. We're here to keep it real and pay it forward. I'm your humble host, Cynthia Nelson, three-time entrepreneur, investor, and advisor. It's a real pleasure today to have on the show Chantae Vetrice, musical artist and activist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I think first, like you've got two things going. There's musical artist and there's activist, but let's go back to the beginning. Like, how did you get here? Where are you from? What's your background?
Yeah, so originally from New York, was born in Rochester, raised in the Bronx. And as far as, my music career goes, I was kind of raised in a musical family. So everyone, was in music or the arts. My dad was a manager for a long time. So I kind of just fell in line, because I was surrounded by creativity all the time. But yeah, that's essentially how I, kind of became, what I am today. It's destined, kind of.
I know. I love the song. I was just listening this morning to Mama that you did I think in 2022. It's really this tribute to the relationship that you have with your mom and how she raised you as a single mom, instilling some real female empowerment. How is that, really translated into your music?
Yeah, I mean, I come from a single parent household. My mom raised me, so she's my best friend. We talk multiple times a day, every day.
Lovely.
And she's always pushed me, to just stay true and continue the musical journey. So it's definitely been a driving force for me in my career, and it's really why I do what I do. It's for her, I just want to see her taken care of, and I just want to make her happy. Like, her opinion matters to me if nobody else's does. Like, her opinion is what counts.
I definitely at the end of it when she has the recording, her
Yeah.
little message recording, it's really, really great. So I want
Yeah.
everybody in the audience to go listen to that. On the activist side, you were just honored by the Anti-Defamation League here in New York City. Tell us about the activism, what you've been doing, other honors, things you've been doing. What spurred you to activism? Because it's an interesting crossover, right? It can be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't something that I planned on doing, honestly. I kind of just fell into it. Being a Black woman and being Jewish, I think it kind of sets me apart. So there's like a little bit of a lens on me because of that. But, right after October 7th, I used my platform to speak out about it. And I was a little disgusted with the music industry and why they didn't, say anything about, what happened at the music festival in Israel. And so
Mm.
when I did that, that video went viral and it just kind of snowballed from there. I didn't really lead with my Judaism before that. So I just, like I said, kind of stumbled into it. And then since then, a lot of people are like, wow, like, your voice is actually really powerful in our community. You need to speak up more, and that's what I started doing. So I still to this day don't really consider myself an activist because I feel like a lot of responsibility comes with that.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm not really sure if I want all that.
Oh yeah.
But here we are. Like, I don't know.
I know I've seen it. Does it cross over into the music at all? Have you used
Yeah.
activism in the music?
I haven't, but I think I'm going to start doing that. I am working on a track right now that it's definitely different than what I've been doing. It's going to be a little more focused on current events and what's happening. And I think that the timing of it would be perfect. So I just feel led to do that at this point. But
Mhm.
before, my music really just didn't have anything to do with activism at all. It was just, hip hop, pop, make you feel good type of music. So
Right.
yeah.
And then there's lots of where can people see you? I mean, Spotify, obviously. Are there any upcoming events or meet and greets where you're going to be at?
So at the moment, I just signed this label. So I'm working on an album. So that's like my focus
Awesome.
right now. Thank you. So waiting to get a release date from that. And then if you guys, follow me on social, I will be posting upcoming show dates. But right now I'm locked in the studio trying to get this album out. It'll be my first album. So that's kind of
Congrats.
like where I'm focused.
Congrats. That's like a big deal.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a really big deal. I
Exciting,
love
but it's nerve-wracking at the same time because
Sure.
it's a different body of work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. What's over the course of your music career, I would say, like what's the most important or valuable piece of advice that you've been given, or maybe some hard lessons that you've learned?
Yeah, I think one of the hardest lessons is that, you can plan all you want, but at the end of the day, sometimes your plan to get to where you want to go, it's not how it's going to happen. I think you have to trust the process. And that's, kind of where I'm at right now. Like, some things don't really fall into line or the timing may be off, but at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get to my goals. So that's definitely been a lesson for me because I can be impatient, at times. I think we all are, and we want to get to the end. And it's like we try all these things, and then we end up getting there, and it's from a different way. So that's been a lesson for me that I've had to learn.
The path is not always straightforward for sure,
Yeah,
right? And sometimes
exactly.
that road less traveled, the
Hmm.
forks in the road that you take and think,
Hmm.
well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you always learn something that actually enhances, like the new tool for the tool belt or the next
Right.
stage kind of comes along. Things I think I always think about the Prophet by Khalil Gibran, the whole, or no, sorry, not by Khalil Gibran, The Alchemist, sorry, but that the world conspires
Hmm.
to give you what you want. If you ask the universe, it might not do it at the time you want it, like right now, this
Right.
minute, but it definitely over time, if you want those things, it definitely over time is listening and it's conspiring to make it happen. So I think that's a great piece of advice of being patient. It's
Yeah.
definitely a virtue for
It
sure.
is. It is. And it's a hard one to learn,
Yeah.
because and especially in this day and age with everything so fast, it's
Yeah,
like we want it now, now, now. And it's like, no, you gotta just chill and trust the process. Like that's what I say.
definitely.
Yeah.
What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? You've had a music career for a long time
Um,
now. Like,
yeah.
what would be a piece of advice you'd give yourself?
Um, I think I would tell my 20-year-old self, do what makes you happy. Don't try to please other people. Like I think when I was younger, I would always try to people please, because I wanted to fit in so bad, I just wanted to be accepted. And I feel like at the end of the day, you can do everything that a person wants you to do, and it's still not enough, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like stay true to yourself, do what makes you happy. And yeah, that's really it. Yeah.
Shantae, I know people are going to be listening to this and following you. So you're on Spotify. I think you're on all podcasts for sure.
Yes.
Instagram is what's the Instagram handle?
Chantae Vetrice across all platforms.
Yeah.
So, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Yeah.
YouTube, and the videos are awesome, everybody. So you should go listen. Mama is kind of my
Yeah.
favorite. There's a couple in
Oh,
there that are really, really great. I just love that one because I love your mom's message at the end. Now everybody's gonna go listen to that one for
yes,
sure.
and the Mother's Day coming up too. So
I
I feel like
know
it's a good Mother's Day song.
it's a really good Mother's Day song for sure. And
Yeah.
congratulations on signing a record deal and your upcoming album. We're gonna be looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.